neo-Nazi groups, the KKK, so that they could create a work product that reported on these white supremacist activities. Now, the charges led to immediate blowback from the groups named on the center's so-called hate map, with many saying that these charges are vindication for the groups that are on that map. Yesterday, at a press conference with Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche, the FBI Director Kash Patel announced these charges. Take a look.
What we're here today is to announce what the general just told you. The Southern Poverty Law Center, in a massive, sweeping indictment, has been charged with allegations of fraud and using the banking system to perpetrate that fraud.
All right, here for an exclusive interview, the FBI Director Kash Patel. This is mind-numbing to me, and you have to wonder for what purpose. I mean, they love to put groups and names of prominent conservatives, and over the years they've attacked me, on their lists and smear and slander them. And now we find out that they use a backdoor and shadowy accounts to fund them. Can you explain that?
Yeah, Sean, look, money doesn't lie. The charity that supposedly fought the Klan funded the Klan. The charity that supposedly fought neo-Nazis funded neo-Nazis. The Southern Poverty Law Center ran a methodical, calculated scheme to defraud their donor base of $3 million and lied to them and used an illicit banking structure system to create shell companies to hide their money and who it was being sent to, specifically for the reason to sow discord and hate into our society. This is the ultimate definition of hypocrisy. And if you look at the indictment produced by the Department of Justice and the FBI, you will see that these banking institutions tie directly the funding mechanisms in which the Southern Poverty Law Center used to fund at least 8 hate groups they supposedly wanted to take out, but they were paying the very villains of our society they supposedly wanted to protect us from. That's the ultimate hypocrisy.
Do you think part of this was to keep themselves in business and create a false narrative that these groups were a greater threat than they are, so that they would bring in more money? Was it all about money? Was it to create a narrative in the country that prominent conservatives or groups, not the extremists, and I make a distinction, not the Klan, not white nationalists, but when they go after, Charlie Kirk, for example, or somebody like him, do you think that was done purposely to diminish their voices for political purposes? Is there any electoral impact to this?
Sean, this was done in a cauldron of hate by the very group that said they were going to eliminate hate. Simply put, remember in Charlottesville in 2017 and the tragic loss of Heather, who was mowed down at